Okay? Why? So first of all, remember, every time you enter a new wine, you enter a new relationship. This is a wine that is 96. It deserves a little respect. It's like when we go to see our grandparents, we don't treat them the same way we keep the ass of our parents. Okay? We have a more respectful relationship. So this old wine deserves that. First. Second, we are dealing here with the best of the best of the best. Okay? It deserves a little time. It deserves to put ourselves into a mood of receiving something special. So also if we age wine, there are reasons. So what are the reasons? And what is the wine going to show us? So before you swirl, you are going to tilt your wine. I do it, then you can do later. You tilt the wine and you see that why this table is white. You tilt the wine so that you can really see how the wine is aging or has aged. For example, the brownish the wine is at the age, the older the wine is. So you can tilt now and look at the color of this wine. And you really can see that there is a brownish edge, but really not too much.
Still young.
Still young. But then you look at the middle, and you see that the wine is not as purple or brilliant or reddish than the young wines that we tasted 2010 or 2015. So you know that you are here with a wine that is really in the process of aging. So this, just looking at that, I'm feeling that I'm going to have a wine still loaded of fruit because it shows the acidity is there, that the wine is not aged, but is just in the process. But I'm also going to find nuances going towards older wines, like when you walk in the forests and it smells mushroomy and things like that. We may find this type of aromas rather than fresh berries, because the wine is developing. Okay, so that's why you want to tilt these wines, so that you understand and you put yourself in the perspective of what you may have. The reason it's important is because when you are going to smell it, you might be totally disappointed, or totally, oh yes, it confirms. You won't have confirmation point. It's like when we make business decision, we have some checkpoint. We don't make decisions based on that, we make decisions based on this, this, and this. And these are decisions that come together, so finally the final decision is good because I check all these points. So we need to check all our points. Then we are going to smell. We don't swirl it, okay? You just smell. And smell, I mean, it's not just, it's smell. Take a long. So why do we want to make that what we call the first nose? The first nose is because you have kept this bottle of wine for 20 years in the bottle. So it's like if you drive from San Francisco to Los Angeles and you arrive, you take some gas at the gas station, and the first thing you do when you go out of the car, because you have been in the car confined. So the wine has been confined. So it needs, like us, to find its place. And the wine finds its place with air. Okay? So it's important we give air to the wine so that it really expands and broadens. But if we swirl immediately, we are going to lose the very volatile flavors that we have aged the wine for, because they are going to go away in the benefit of a bigger, broader flavor. Okay? So we want to have these volatile flavors because that's what really makes the wine complex and interesting. So that's why we do a first nose that is long, so that we can try to see what is there that I may forget, I may not have anymore when I give air to the wine. So you see, when I do that, I am definitely on a cherry type of wine, and I sense that I am going to go to mushroom, but I don't find it yet. It's just a very slight nuance of indication that I may find some mushroomy or earthy character. But it's very, very limited yet. So then we can swirl and really give air to our wine. And we swirl, we are not afraid to give way. And look at the difference. Now you have a wine, you have a breath of a wine, you have all this, the wine comes to you with everything that he has. And the reason we decant wine is just that. The problem with decanting is that we lose the volatile character sometimes. But we decant in order to give air to the wine so that the wine finds back its place. When did you open that? An hour ago?
An hour ago.
Do you know how to make?
No, I messed up.
Huh.
Next time I'll do better.
No,
Yes.
not too much. No?
So you want to- It's ENT, did you? Or did you?
So then, after we have done that and we have all these things, you see how broader the wine is at the second nose rather than the first nose. You see that you have character now that we did not have earlier. So now we see the wine is becoming wide. So now what we are going to check, it should be the first thing that is, we call that the attack. The attack is the palate. In the palate is really the way the wine sits. You have some wine that just go through, and then you have some wine that sits down. They sit in your palate. You feel it. Wow, it takes mouth and it's there. And then they become round, but they first sit. If they sit well, you know the weight of the wine. You know that you have a wine that really has a lot of substance. And you have some wine that's going to be given you by the body and the heaviness of the alcohol, but you are going to feel the attack, which is the way the wine sits before we can taste anything else. So that's a chateau that I will show you tomorrow that belonged to my family up to 5 years ago. And it's a chateau that is extremely well known. I'm a little disappointed by this bottle compared to the bottle that we even had last week. It doesn't show as well. It's a little short, it's